We're going to move into a section on brown tree snakes, and we're going to start off with Jane. Here we go, Jane.
Yay, brown tree snakes. Everyone's favorite. My name is Jane Dia. I work for the Guam Department of Agriculture, Division of Aquatic and Wildlife Resources. Hafaday, welcome. We're going to talk to you about our awareness campaign. And so yesterday someone made a comment about we should do awareness. We have been doing awareness. So our agency has been doing a Go Native campaign probably since 2008, and it was really promoting the recovery of the cocoa bird. So there was a ton of bird presentations that were being done. And so an offshoot of that is now to talk about the threat, which is the brown tree snake. And so I'm going to talk to you about how, as a community, that we can increase our awareness and how we can work together. So first of all, it's Kontra Kulepbla. It means challenge the snake. So that's something that as an island, we could use this kind of branding idea that that's our awareness. Like we can all take part in sharing this awareness. So we're 100% federally funded by OIA, Office of Insular Affairs. So we're really appreciative of the opportunity to work with everybody and get awareness. So what is Kontra Kulepbla? What is KIC? We're going to talk about the way we set up our awareness, so that way we have a plan to follow. Baseline data that Iowa State University, Dr. Dara Wald was able to help us get some preliminary results. Target audience, because we want to know like who are we reaching, how to reach them better. Partnerships that we can all do and take part of, and then some upcoming events that I'm really happy that there's so many people here, because I'm going to ask you something at the end. So first of all, Challenge the Snake is really about bird recovery. We want people to understand that any kind of support we have with snake suppression really does help our bird recovery programs. But we do teach about the benefits of snake suppression, because that can extend not just from birds, but the whole ecosystem, the environment. So it's really versatile kind of an awareness program. We don't just have to talk about birds. We don't just talk about snakes. So it's something like everybody here, all the wonderful research you're doing, we can be a part of. But we also really have a specific goal in mind, and that's to increase public support of brown tree snake control tools, especially the newest in the technology that USDA is here to present, as well as the NWRC. Okay, so first of all, we want the idea of imagine Guam without brown tree snakes. That's an idea we challenge people when we go out to public and we talk to them. We ask them, what would it be like without brown tree snakes? You know, and the audience will say, more birds, more animals, better trees, beautiful, sounds beautiful, sound. So, we want people to keep in mind that's the end goal. So the method that we're using is called a theory of change, and a nonprofit called RARE from the States, out of Virginia, has come into Guam, and with the Go Native campaign, taught us how to use this series of different actions to lead to a conservation result. So at the end, we have our conservation result would be more birds. But how does this look like? So we did a pre-social economic survey. We actually completed over 600 surveys, but we were trying to get someone to input the data and analyze it for us. It just didn't come in on time, so this is where Dr. Dara Wald was coming in and said, you know what, you guys have 200 input. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to show you how we use some of those numbers from the results of the survey. And the survey was island-wide, and it took in place like 2016, I think over a month it took to complete it. But you can't see this too clearly, but our call to action really is support snake suppression on Guam. We want people to get in their idea, the comfort level of supporting snake suppression. A lot of people, when we talk about reducing populations, we want people to get in mind that that really supports our bird recovery. We're not trying to hate cats. We're just saying it really benefits our birds. But we want people to tell others of actions recovery. And so that's our action that we want people to talk. So some campaigns are pure awareness campaigns. They just want people to know. Like they just want people to know what the brown tree snake looks like. So when they see it, it's a sighting, they report it. So that might be more like Saipan. That's their awareness. They want people to actually identify it and report it. But ours is we want people to talk about how to support snake suppression. So target audiences, we wanted to know their level of knowledge. And so 90% already say that the snakes kill birds, kills eggs. It's responsible for loss of birds on Guam. And 42% said that they know brown tree snake are invasive. They know it's not native. So that's great. So what does that mean to us? We don't need to spend 100% of our resources making posters or information that says brown tree snakes are not from here. We can go to the next level that we want them to know to put things together. So then, we wanted to know how they feel about brown tree snake control. And so one of the questions was, what can we do on Guam? And so 69%, they just sort of wanted to express they just have negative feelings about brown tree snakes. They like to say, I hate them, kill them all, get rid of them, wish they weren't here, they're ruining Guam. Those are all the negative impressions that they were just wanted to have people talk about. So that's what they were feeling. What they were saying, they just wanted get rid of them, lethal management. They just wish that we spent more time and money eradicating. They want to see real big efforts of somebody to go and landscape, like kill the snakes. So we're actually setting this up for USDA. This is where Dr. Dara Wald said this is very interesting. So when it comes to when people were asked to talk about the benefits of snake suppression, they had no idea what to say. They just answered 63%, not applicable. They don't know. They didn't even come up with something. So what does that mean? This is where we're at with awareness. We need to tell people the benefits of snake suppression. And so this is what we're going to concentrate on. A behavior change, action. We want to create activities that people are actually doing something. So that's a behavior we want to ask them to do. So call to action might be to specifically say, if you see a snake in your house, don't let it go. If you see stray cats, collect them and, take them to game. We want to really give them action so that when we ask them, again, what can you do to support bird recovery and support snake suppression? They're going to say, oh, I know what I can do. And so that's what we need an increase on for our public. But, this is what we've been doing. We've been doing media. We had a really good opportunity that an artist donated her artwork, Nina Peck, to one of the headlines on one of the papers. So this is a start of discussion. We love these opportunities where other people are getting together and just saying, let's write this article. Let's take it to the public. So 33% of people still read a newspaper. So what does that mean to you? If you guys you have only a small funding, invested in some newspaper ad or some kind of print information, an article, write an article together, get it printed, get it in the opinion. People are most likely to read it. Also, feeling. Okay, so we were trying to say that people want to know about our native birds. They want to know what's here. So we did make some new posters that say, these are Guam's native birds. And then we give them tomorrow names. And so our target audiences, they want to know, like, what's on Guam, what's left, what are we doing? And so talking about what our native birds are, or where we're here, what we want to bring back, is giving them hope. People are saying, yes, we would love to see these birds back. So we make things. And so this is something where a lot of outreach, they want to concentrate on, like, we just make a bunch of 1,000 pieces of stickers and just pass them out, and people will just do their own outreach. It's true, you can make things, but it's targeted to different activities. So I made some items. I have samples here if you want to see them. But the bird posters are really popular because people are able to educate others about the native birds, and I think that's a nice product. But talking. What can we do to create events that people are discussing? So in our event here, we're listening. So what can we do to do more talking? And so one of the ideas I had was to do a wall mural across the island. We have 2 on the works right now to do more bird wall murals, but to have an event called a Cafe to Go. Cafe to Go is having different target audiences discussing some discussion points together. We record it, and it's really fun. Like each table is a different food item, and then they rotate. It's a different question on another table. And it gets recorded, and we analyze it, like what is this group really thinking about, what they can do about bird recovery and supporting snake suppression. We do presentations. We've been doing presentations for so long. I just started in this program maybe about April 2016, and so far we did 7,000. We reached out to 7,021 people, and that's just from April 2016. So we've been doing presentations. And so how we can benefit from doing multiple different presentations is that you can do different subjects. So I was asked to do an educator symposium at the University of Guam, and they said, well, they're doing riparian habitats. What can we talk about? So then, I made up this with the Micronesian kingfisher. So it was really great opportunity to tell people not just about snakes, but how to support our bird habitat. But we do Coco's Island guided tours. We have partnerships that we're excited about going forward. But our brown tree snake control workshop is getting people involved. And so we started in PD in Manilao. We have one coming out in Jigo in December. So we're asking our partners, whoever would like to contribute, we like snake handlers. So Coco's Islands tour, you get to see the native forests. You get to see the native birds. And we made little guides that you can take with you when you take people and show them the native animals and the recovery projects there. Disney Wild Animal Kingdom and Sinamai is a part of this. They're doing a whole Marianas-wide bird outreach. So we're going to be a part of that. So that's something exciting that when we go out and all your bird projects, that's the time to come on board and help us out with what you've been doing. But our control workshops are fun. They're made to be interactive. We don't let people hold a snake. So that's why we need your expertise to come out and hold the snake for them. But we are really setting up people in conversations about the next high-tech technology USDA has developed, and it's the automated aerial bait delivery system of toxic mice dropped into large landscape areas to get those brown tree snakes that are hard to reach. And so this is our next couple of presentations you'll be asked to see today. But how you can help today, I need volunteers for my cafe to go. I'm looking for 9 to 18 people. And I'll train you on what you can do for us. But it's on November 30th from 3 to 5. You'll just be a table host. You'll be sitting there and you'll be documenting people's answers. Very easy. And then we were going to show you a video. And I'm going to see if it plays a little, because we're in a bird today. And I wanted to show you how do you do this? Okay. Okay, so I was just going to show you that our captive bird breeding program is successful, and we're really happy. We have education birds. We have 2 that we bring out to schools, and so that's how we partner up too. We bring in a snake and say this is invasive, bring out the cocoa bird and say this is native, and then we have people be able to really interact with the bird and say, this is why we're doing what we're doing with snake suppression and bird recovery. How about just show the picture? Okay. So we're just going to show you the picture because I could get the video working. So this is Imagine Guam without brown tree snake. We leave people with the idea that, the cocoa birds, they're wonderful. They are the most awesome bird. And so this one, Tano, he loves bird baths. And so after presentations, I take him back to his cage and I have a little thing of water, and I just pour it on him, and he just does this little dance. I wanted to show you that. It's just very awesome. But it just gives you the heart for our cocoa birds, that they just have these great personalities, wonderful birds. And thank you so much for all your effort for helping us bring these birds back as well, and our other birds too. So I'll just leave that with questions or not.
Yeah,
oh,
time for a question.
But thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
I'd like to make a comment. Anna, I really feel you guys are doing a great work, but one of my concerns, I think if we are going to interact with the environment, I kind of like the group presenting, because they try and present a positive interaction with the environment. And I really feel that there's a lot of aggression in trying to survive. And somewhere, we need to curb that, because we're not going to take care of a lot of the invasive species if there's a lot of fear, a lot of kill them. And I'm concerned because right now our people are suffering from the inability to manage positive emotions, which creates a lot of health problems. And, in fact, I was going to recommend to the group that perhaps as you interact with the birds and nature, bring out what are the strong characteristics of the animals that are the invertebrates that teach man how to survive. Like Mrs. Medina said, the bird survives because it's hardy. Well, I don't want to know just that. What is it about its characteristics? And the thing I like, and I really was touched about the thing, is I went home really touched that instead of sometimes focusing on the negative, that you guys try to share something. And we're never going to get rid, and I need to tell you my experience with the rhino beetle. They attacked 2 of my coconut trees. The usual way of reaction is kill the tree. Well, I'm a believer that if you have positive vibes, you see it as just another item that needs to live and work with it. So I didn't do anything. I told them my main treatment was they took holy oil, made a cross, and said, can we work together? Now my trees are blooming again. And with the feral pigs on my farm, they have to live. Know the trail, see how you can work with them. And, I really think you're doing a great job. It's hard, but, can we bring somewhere else something up more that we can work together with the enemy?
That's a very good point. That's interesting. A lot of people in our survey actually said that. Like, they don't want to, dispatch them. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll have a sign up, you guys, on the break.
So we will continue with round 2.